Excuse me. All right. So let's talk about it. Technology is so smart that it's making you dumb. So there was a thing that passed by where it was like, hey, school kids are not learning. That literally high schoolers are basically we'll call it slow to be nice about it. Because they're relying so much on this advanced technology. Like back in the day, it was like, yeah, we had the smartphone, but it's like we could do Google. We didn't have AI, right? And so with AI is so fantastic, so good, but it's not something that replaces your skill of being able to do X. It's something that enhances your ability to do X, right? Because it's like if you don't have skill and you're using AI, you're going to literally be like, oh, AI is so good. Like, yeah, it gives me all the answers. No, you're wrong. This, and that. And it literally gives you a little bit of it gives you great information. But if you can't see the hallucinations or read between the lines because you don't have the skills yet to be able to do that, then it literally makes you stupid. And so technology, this is the problem with me. The more advanced technology gets, the more I want to like get away from it. It's like I'm literally looking to get rid of the phone, but it's like the phone does so much that it's hard to get rid of, right? And that they made it like that, that it's hard to get rid of because hey, you could do your emails, you could, play some video games, you could check Google, you could use Chat GPT, you could go ahead, stream some videos, like you could do everything and anything with just the phone, right? So that's why it's such a great device. But at the same time, it does so much that you become unproductive because it's like, well, you pick up the phone, you have a multitude of things, multiple different things that you could do, right? You could go ahead and scroll social media for hours, right? Because the battery life is fantastic on it. Speaking of which, my battery life is dwindling down. So maybe I should charge my smart device up. But it's like technology keeps on advancing, and us as society, we keep on regressing because we rely so much on this technology that we forget to actually use our brain. And that's a major, major problem. Also, let's do it early this time. In case you guys didn't know, my name is Emmanuel Velasco. I'm on a mission to help 70 to 100 people learn everything I know from mindset to business and beyond so they could each help another 70 to 100 people do the same. So if you're interested in becoming one of those 70 to 100 people, I guess go into, I don't know if it's in the description box, but the number is 737-864-0824. 737-864-0824. Text only, no calls. And text me so I know you came from this video. Text me technology smart, tech smart, right? All right, let's go back into it. But technology is so good, right? That we rely on it so much that when it comes to actually critically thinking for ourselves, we're losing that. There was a commercial that I saw. It pissed me off because this commercial, right? It said, um, "Oh, just you want to look like back in the '90s, right? You remember the good old times or something like that in the '90s, and you want to go ahead and dress like the '90s. So go ahead and use Gemini to figure out what the fuck the '90s look like, or what outfit would be a '90s outfit." And I'm like, so we use it for stupid shit. Like we use this powerful technology just to ask stupid shit. All right. Let's see. I want to fucking figure out how to clean this, right? It's dirty. Well, Gemini, how do I clean this? Oh, throw it in the washer and clean it. You can't think about that yourself. You can't hit a quick Google search of '90s fits and actually see what the '90s fits were, right? Instead, you go to AI to give you that information. That's the way you use it instead of using it to actually advance yourself. This is what's wrong with us is that we have the technology available to do stuff, but we use it to do the wrong shit. And so it's like, okay, Let's play the game. Let's say I do all the things on the phone. I don't write a single thing down. I'm gonna forget how to write. I might damn near forget how to read if I have everything reading to me, right? Using Audible or whatever. It's powerful, but I should be reading along. I shouldn't just rely on it to tell me everything. I should be following it along so that I'm gaining the skill. I'm doubling down on the skill. Most people, and I get why people don't want books, because books are like they do to become bulky items and too much. And so for me, it's like if it becomes a bulky item and it's too much, I get why you don't want to carry books, and it's better to have a Kindle or iPad or some type of device to hold all those things because it just makes more sense. At the same time, condense your literature to the specific things that you should be learning. You could get all you need to get with 52 books. Now I got the special, sauce on the 52 books that you should read, but that's a topic. That's actually a long-winded topic. I could literally make a video on each fucking book, and so that would just be a long ass time. So that's 52 videos, at least in that sense, right? Let alone if I go chapter by chapter, that could be a stupid long book, right? Or long video. And so, actually, interestingly enough, speaking of Gemini, Gemini is popping on the right of the screen because I'm using Google Chrome, right? So it's like AI is something that's really becoming an integrated part of life, and it's only going to be more integrated. It's kind of like the internet, right? Everybody was not about the internet, and now people can't live without it, right? And it's the same thing. It's like over time, the ways that we used to do are going to be way different than the ways of the future. And so all these different tasks that we do, we're like the busy work, use AI for that. Like if you're a lawyer, if you like, you can't really because, your privacy sake, but build your own AI and build, I could do that for you. Actually, I actually do kind of do that. And just leave that for the offline. But if you need help with AI deployments and stuff, hit me up too. But so it's like you could synthesize the information. We actually got hit with a interesting lawsuit, and I'm not going to tell you details about the lawsuit, but we used Chat GPT to help us with that, and it pretty much said like we sent all the information to the lawyer of like this is what we see, and blah 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 blah, and it's like yeah, like that's pretty accurate. They didn't add anything. They just confirmed everything that we said. So it's like, yeah, ChatGPT and all these AI definitely are useful technologies for stuff that we're not necessarily experts on. We could tell, like, I could tell different things about a contract because I had to go through a contract multiple times. I mean, I sift through a bunch of contracts to formulate my one ultimate contract. But it's like because of that experience, I'm able to sift through the information, right? Most people don't have that experience. So it's again like they trusting the face values, but you got to come at it with knowledge all at the same time. And so when it comes down to it, you really got to use technology the right way because most of us use it as a dependency, right? Look, let me show you this. This was something that I got given. It's a remote control ring for your phone. Um, why do we need remotes? Why are we regressing? Like the phone could literally be your TV remote. So why are we regressing to this? It's like, do I need the extraness to do all that? No, I could just click the video, right? It's like it's literally doing the same thing, but it just gives me a physical like button that I could actually press. It's like the technology is so advanced that your people are getting sold on this old technology, and it's like, oh, that's dope. Yet, really, the move is gonna be from like, as Gary Vee says, the move is gonna be from phones, oh motherfucker, to glasses, right? And that's all we're gonna be carrying. Because again, remember, all the things that we used to carry on us back in the day, we had to carry the phone, the wallet, If you want a flashlight, carry a flashlight on you. Uh, you gotta carry your bank cards and stuff like that. Now you don't need to do that. You got Apple Pay, right? You got your flashlight right there. You got your phone right there, right? So it's like it's a all-in-one device. It's very, very crazy technology. At the same time, it's so crazy that we're advancing and being more productive and forgetting about like the reason why we should be more productive or be able to be more productive is so that we could spend more times with the ones we love. But instead, we're not spending more time with the ones we love. We're spending more time doing more shit because we have the ability to. Meanwhile, it's like, okay, you're speeding up so much, but you could speed up and then you have time. You have those 15 minutes to go and smell the roses easily. But you don't want to have that time because it feels unproductive. And so, because we became in this productive society, that's why we don't have the ability to slow down unless life forces us to slow down. And then we slow down. But technology is always go be forever advancing. And like technology is so good. Look, there was in the 1900s, like 1910, there was only like three-ish billionaires, right? Fast forward about 50 years, there's 10. Fast forward like 30 years, there's about 13. Fast forward to today, there's thousands of billionaires. So much so, it's literally not something that special anymore, if you will, right? It's so much so now we have to create a new category of centibillionaires, right? And there's a few of those, right? You probably know of a few of the names: Warren Buffett, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, um, Bill Gates, what was his name? Jeff Bezos. So there are definitely a few names that you probably ring a bell. But it's like that only happened because technology allowed that to happen. If there was no internet, well, most of them wouldn't exist. Of course, Warren Buffett is a different case because he's actually been an investor for a long time. But like Elon Musk, PayPal wouldn't exist, right? And so we wouldn't never heard of him. Same thing with Amazon, right? Jeff Bezos started Amazon online. That wouldn't have existed. And so technology is very helpful, but now look what it has created, what kind of society it's created. It's allowed us to monetize the world. Like now it's like YouTube, I could speak to everybody. I could speak to United States, I could speak to Africa, I could speak to Europe, I could speak to, Asia, I could speak to everybody in the world just by being right here on the internet. That's very powerful. There's no longer like the pen pal guy evolved to like literally a pen screen mate, right? We could literally talk through the screen here, through the screen here, like everywhere, right? So it's like it's very spectacular that that has happened. But now that also again allows us to lose the abilities that we had before, the ability to actually think for ourselves, the ability to actually problem solve, right? Those are the abilities that we're losing. We're losing the simple abilities, the simple functions, right? That we should have, every human should have. And yet, it seems like society is failing the next coming generation. But what it also allows is to easily put out confusion and have everybody be confused. Because what is easier than a population that is in survival mode, a population that is confused and in survival mode? That's the best part. Because if you're confused and in survival mode, not only will you not put your head up and be like, huh, this is what the fuck it looks like. But when you do, you'll just be like, I don't even know what the fuck's going on. I need to just stay in where the fuck I'm at. And so you just go keep focusing in on the shitty scenario that you're at because you can't look up. But then when you look up, you don't know what the fuck you're seeing. So it's an endless cycle of you just stay lost, right? And so because this game is played this way, it's like technology is only advancing more and more. So what does the future look like? They say, if you know about Bitcoin, it's like Bitcoin is spectacular. But at the same time, why is it that Bitcoin is so trackable? It's like the most trackable currency, right? Cash is way less trackable than all currencies. And that's why they tend to want to move off of the cash standard because they cannot track cash. Once you pull it out of your bank, they don't know where the fuck it's going. And they don't like that shit. They rather know everything and anything about you, right? So that's why they're like, ugh, cash. That's why certain places are shying away from cash, not knowing how to deal with cash. Ooh, like you have too much money. If you go to the bank and you're like, hey, let me pull out 50K. Well, the whole bank is broken now because they don't have cash. It's like if the world, if a not even a significant amount, maybe like 30 million people were to go to the bank and be like, all right, I'm withdrawing all my money, that would bankrupt the whole shit. And man, like if everybody only had, let's say, $1,000, I know that's not the average in America's savings account is not there. But let's say it's $1,000. That's like 3 billion, give or take, dollars. And so it's like, yeah, fucked. The banking system is now gone. It went to the shithole because everybody decided to take their money out, and not even everybody. The world is like 9 billion or around there right now. And so 30 million could bankrupt the whole world. That's interesting. But most would still, again, through the confusion, you're not concerned about that. You're not concerned about how when you put your money in the bank, it just disappears instantly. It's like it disappears and it makes 10 times the money because now you gave $1,000. So now I could put out $10,000. That's how the technology is working these days. And most people don't see that. Even now, it's like it's getting scarier and scarier by the minute because the more technology comes out. Now imagine this technology is crazy for the regular person. Like it's really amazing how much AI could do. But now what are the technologies that we don't have access to? We don't see. Because it's like the cell phone was a thing before the cell phone was ever created, right? Because they have the technology already. And then they released the technology to the public. Just like let's even give you the real raw example. If you're familiar with Hummers, well, Hummers were a part of it was just them revamping the Humvee into a citizen car or something that citizens could buy. And so how long was the Humvee out before they made the H1? A long ass time, decades and decades and decades, right? And then it came to the civilian market. How many other technologies are there that are in that same fashion? Whereas after decades, then you get the technology, then you get access to it. AI has actually been a part of life for a long time, believe it or not, because there's been algorithms, right? And they automatically tell, oh, this is a upload. Okay, so let's upload it to YouTube. And it just does the steps in the background to upload the video to YouTube, right? So this has been a part of the whole scene for a long time. And so how long? I can't tell you because, we know about it whenever we know about it. But the person who created it, the person using it, has been using it for a long time. So again, technology is so smart, but realize that it's so smart that it's making us stupid because not only are people maybe not adapting to it as fast as they should, but also the people who do adapt to it don't use it as well as they should. And so it's like if you halfway learned how to drive, you would never pass your driver's ed test. You have to actually learn how to drive. But now you could, you don't have to really know shit. Like you could be the best part about AI is like, hey, you could become a cybersecurity professional and not know shit. Just type it into ChatGPT. Like, don't do this, but just type in every single thing into ChatGPT. Boom, spits out the answer, and you sound smart as shit until you fuck up and it hallucinates, and you don't know it's hallucinating. It's like you could get a lot of high level jobs just based on using AI correctly. You could hack the fuck out of people. You don't need to know how to do coding, no nothing anymore. You could just you just need to be slick at talking in order to get the right answer, right? So that's really being a prompt engineer, if you will. And so if you're a prompt engineer and you could get the right prompt out, then boom, you're able to become every single character that you need to be. You want to be a super best-selling author? Okay, well, you got to figure out the prompts, how to put that book together. You want to be a content creator? Okay, you got to figure out the prompts of how to put that together. You want to be a cybersecurity specialist? Okay, figure out the prompts. That's where we're heading, is that if you could prompt properly, oh, you could access all the information that you need, but you need to ask for it properly, right? Ask and you shall receive. That's really the game. But are you asking properly? Are you asking correctly? Because that's the true game, right? You have to know how to ask and you have to be able to receive the proper way. Because if you cannot give the information right, then you will not receive it right either. And that's also stemming into the universal law of giving and receiving. It kind of falls in place in most aspects of life, but people, don't realize that. And so they're practicing different methods. And yet that stems to be the original method of the other methods. It's kind of like, hey, you should do retail arbitrage. Hey, you should do Airbnb. Maybe you should do short-term rentals. It's the same exact shit with just a different fucking uh, word or letters used, right? But the vocabulary, if you understand it, is all the same. So when people are talking in this fashion, it's like if you know the original answer of it all, the original um, DNA strand from it, then you could decode it very easily. But most people believe it's something new just because they throw a different name. Algorithm was the original AI, and now we have artificial intelligence, is what they call it now. But then we have generative AI, which is AI that's able to learn and adapt. So it's happening more and more. And actually, the evolution of AI has slowed down. If you look at it, just look at how ChatGPT was coming out. It went from 3.5 version, right, to 4, to 4.5, to 4.0 mini and 4.5, to 5, to 5-1, 5-2. The updates are slowing down. It's not as amazing and spectacular as it was and as revolutionary as the revisions go on. It's actually slowing down. So when you see that happening, that means that we're entering a field where a lot of people are going then come into AI. And so hurry up and use the technology smartly to advance your life in a way that allows you to stop and smell the roses, not in a way where like you just need to keep going. Slow down sometimes. But if you slow down and ponder, it might unlock that next ideal prompt where you could give the information properly to create that next idea or to make that next breakthrough. So pay attention because don't let technology make you dumb. Make technology enhance your life and make you smarter. That is the real way to use technology. Don't let it take you over, whatever you do.